I'm so glad Kamala Harris lost. Can I just say that? Can I just say thank God Kamala Harris is not president of the United States? Can you imagine how dire things would be?
I could end the video right there, couldn't I? Surely nothing is gonna beat that transition. Surely. Like Hassan, Mike from PA is a streamer I've only really understood through people's reactions to him. He runs in the same leftist circles, he gets in the same kinds of Twitter fights, he says the same dumb inflammatory stuff.
Can you imagine how dire things would be?
Always trying to be the smartest person in the room, without checking what the people there actually know. Like Dwight impersonating Michael, impersonating Ryan. But where Hassan has created an image of himself that makes him brand safe, at least for Twitch.
What are you gonna do, bro?
Mike makes no such compromises for what he believes. From his cringe to his couch, what you see is what you get. Yet despite his sofa battery, he has still amassed a large following and gets thousands of monthly subs, making him one of the biggest left-wing streamers on Twitch. But I don't just want to talk about his greatest hits. It feels very high school, and there's enough of that in streaming.
Let's up those numbers!
People listen to what he has to say, and I want to know why. So, same as last time, I listened to him for 1 week, and I'm going to tell you what I learned. And endured. I think watching Hassan helped me for what to expect.
Whenever you see Hutch anywhere on this platform, if you are my subscriber...
Wait, what? What? Hold on.
You are contractually obligated to use DSA pay up. If you ever see this bald-headed fuck,
wait,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the drama...
Hang on.
I still have this ready in case we ever talk about the war. I have the cube.
The cube?
The reason why... Okay, the thing is, I have a certain way about me, which is I'm more harshly anti-liberal than Hassan. And so people that have a liberalism with...
If you're interested, look into Gen Chat on my server, okay? That being said, okay, if you want to look into the secret memes and secret conversations and all the secrets I have, discord.gg/foodshops. That's the place to be if you want to look at the secret memes, okay? Gen Chat.
In themselves, and I do too.
What does that mean?
Let's go make fun of Ethan Klein now.
Why?
I am not an abolitionist because people like Destiny exist in our society.
Okay, stop. This is, to put it mildly, a lot. And if you're not careful, it can run you over. But don't worry, I'm here to be your guide, so take my hand and we'll get through the madness together. Hopefully.
What we need to do is collect all this evidence, and we need to start mailing it to every single district attorney, every single detective, contacting politicians on both sides of the aisle until something is done. Because right now, there is an open and notorious child sex predator advocating for the predation of children. We need to intervene before somebody is killed. Disagree, we shouldn't get involved in this. This isn't up to us. The problem I have with people like you is you think, like a liberal, that these systems work. This is the essence of why your politics is shit. Throwing up your hands and saying, I don't want to get involved. That's how predators get away with it. And right now, we have a pedophilic cult that people are working to inject into the mainstream Democratic Party. This is a crisis, and ignoring it and hoping it goes away on its own is liberal bullshit. It's rape culture. It's exactly why predators get away with their crimes.
This will not be the last time he calls on his audience to do something that's more likely to make things worse than to actually help.
If Destiny gets arrested and he goes to prison, or like he gets prosecuted, I swear to God, we're flying out to Miami for vacation and we're doing some streams of the trial chat. Florida State Court broadcast their courtroom hearings. Poggers! We could just... We don't have to go down to Miami until sentencing day.
It's kind of jarring to see Mike speak so flippantly about this when before he was saying that the justice system doesn't do anything.
He's going to flee to Israel as soon as he can. He's not Jewish though, chat. So he can't do Aliyah, or however you say it. Aliyah, yeah, Aliyah, thank you. Aliyah. I can never pronounce that shit. What you gotta understand about Ethan and Destiny, they're the same guy. They don't care about shit.
You see what's happening?
Like, Hassan and I are political because we care about the world and we care about politics and we care about trying to get certain outcomes in elections and in political and social movements.
Obviously, he doesn't keep up this kind of energy the whole stream, but when it emerges, the tone shifts. It becomes less conversation and more evangelizing, like almost literally.
If there's a moral code or beliefs or just a sense of right and wrong, it's going to cause you friction in your life. And so if you're going to be a principled person, you must build up an army of people around you.
Mike is akin to a preacher, espousing a tale of good and evil, socialists and liberals/conservatives.
You must build up solidarity with a collective of people that will align with you. That's the only way to punish sociopaths.
He speaks of the wicked.
Ethan Klein and Destiny, they don't give a shit about anything but what's in their own benefit. They believe in nothing. They have no moral values. Every word they say, if it can advantage them, will be a lie.
That the people
I feel like Mike from PA would unironically be good background white noise. Just turn his volume way down and just enjoy the slop, okay? I mean, I don't want to give him any more views, but like it's like it's just screaming and being angry. What is this? Did not blow. Oh my god. Bill Clinton is just a giga chad. Blue, blue, blue. Did not blow. Did not blow. Did not blow. Bruh. Everyone else is just Bill Clinton's bitch. Dude. Everyone else is just Bill Clinton's bitch. Oh my god. Dude. This guy has game. Bruh.
People are waiting and ready to hear them spread the good word.
The reason why the left exists is what we've realized is that the vast majority of people are good people. They just don't know their own power. And this is why the left is the next stage in human development. The left is when we, the people, together, collectively, enact our morals and our values in the interest of humanity, and we destroy the parasitical classes of sociopaths that have dominated human society since we settled down around our first agricultural fields in the Nile Valley.
And if we just follow the righteous path, we will be delivered unto the promised land.
We build systems of interlocking accountability and transparency. That is the next step of human evolution. Capitalism is the final form of domination. And personalities like
Okay, I was like double checking where the music was
like
coming from.
Destiny, they thrive under neoliberal capitalism. And so it is up to you and I to enact our will that the world not be like that anymore. And moral values and humanitarianism guide the future. And so I need you to stand up and join me and fight shoulder to shoulder for a better world, which involves holding these people accountable.
To be cast down and derided endlessly.
And you need to start shaming people that are openly supportive of Destiny or Ethan Klein or any other Zionist. It has to be so.
I wonder what this content creator's views are on Destiny. Yeah. Like this person is either an Asmongold fan or it's a Destiny fan. And I'm trying to figure that out. Like from the first video, I can't really tell. Or maybe this person's an H3 fan. Actually, this person might be H3 fan as well. Like I'm not entirely sure. This content creator is always on Hutch's chat. Oh, okay. All right, okay. Based. Epic and based. Very epic, very based. Cool.
Socially unacceptable to be a freak. It needs to be socially unacceptable to be a sociopathic liar. And the fact is that Ethan Klein is a Zionist.
He really doesn't stop going after Ethan.
He wanted to go online and posture as being pro-Palestinian, while at the same time understanding that the structures of Israel and its apartheid made that impossible. And when October 7th happened, those contradictions were exposed. And all the fake pro-Palestinian two-state solution people have exposed themselves as the genocidal apartheid supporters that they are.
It's crazy. How do you not see it?
And to a Zionist like Ethan Klein,
He's probably GG'er, but I just can't prove it. I want to like redo that. I need a cameraman. I just need a one-day cameraman so that they can follow me around so that I can do the like suspicion sus meme where I just like look back and go like give like a smug smile like I know what you're talking about, like going like and then going like and just like redo the whole meme, like exact camera angles and everything.
Klein, pedophilia is ignorable as long as you support the genocide. That's literally what it is.
There's a line between disagree with a position or not liking someone's character and just ripping on them for huge chunks of time.
Part of the reasons people got mad at me is because I called AB out for being a cowardly little bitch. And it's time for us to move on to all of our enemies have been exposed.
Probably
as
true.
Here he accuses Asmongold of being botted by right-wing oligarchs.
Let's see who would do it. Like, I feel like the Mercers are behind it. Obviously, Elon Musk.
I hope he does want an Asmongold. That would be Kino. He would be burning his bridge with Asmongold, but I think that if you're a principled liberal, I think you should do it. Like, you would objectively be burning your bridge with Asmongold, though. Like that's just the fact. I'm sorry. But that would be Kino. Yes, that would be Kino. Because I'm pretty sure even the right-wing sphere has picked up on the videos that Conduit was making. I was also interested and checked who he follows on X. It's Lonerbox, Hutch, Counterpoints, Unfuck America Law. Bro is one of okay, yeah, he's a DGer. That's a DGer, dude. That's a Twitch poll person. That's a Wick TV panelist.
I feel like the Gamergate shit has been a project of.
He's been talking in Hutch's chat about doing Asmon next, probably. Okay, thank God. I need some backup against this bitch. Okay, me versus Asmongold. It's not exactly a fair fight. Okay. I need some backup against this heinous beast, this worm called Asmongold, okay? You see, he may be a worm, okay, but he's a giant worm. He's a papa worm, okay? All right, he's the big worm, okay? We need to do something, okay? We need to do something about this. But yeah, yeah, okay.
Steve Bannon from the beginning.
I have no idea how or why some accounts on Twitch had bots in their audience. There are likely overlapping reasons. But I don't think Mike realizes that by saying it's the influence of oligarchs, he's
Inshallah.
inviting scrutiny into his and his son's audience over whether they would also be getting botted by a country like Qatar, given their desire for influence on US politics.
Dectone, admit that you paid for bots yourself. The thing about somebody like Zach, he is legitimately a stupid, vile piece of shit. These things exist because of American foreign policy intervention. We invade Iraq, we create ISIS. ISIS is aligned with what? The Gulf states and Israel.
That is wildly incorrect.
Al-Qaeda was created by America.
Oh my god, do you think we can get a talk with him? Do you think we can, like... Oh my god. Sorry, I'm typically not really interested in talking to other content creators, but like this is one particular person I think would, like, I would be interested in talking to. Just simply because, like, it seems like he's open to collabing. At the same time, like, he seems like it's one of us. Like, he's like one of us, you know?
The Taliban was created by America and Pakistan. The Mujahideen was created and supplied by America. Why? To fight secular, left-leaning organizations and nationalist organizations. Not even communism. And Aspen Gold is leading all of his audience down the fucking primrose path to death.
He's gonna do a foodshops for a week video? Oh yeah. Like, this is the timeline, right? You either befriend him, or, like, he's gonna do a hit piece on you. Oh my god. I would be cooked. Unfortunately, I'm white and the same age as Asmongold, so all I do is trigger him. I think you would actually unironically trigger Asmongold. I think that anyone who resembles his late mother in any way, he's probably gonna fucking lose his mind at, because clearly he has something against white women, and clearly his mom's death has something to do with it, okay? Crazy.
Death, suicide, and isolation. The world's
I'm
not gonna
sorry.
be miserable like you.
Forgive me for going off the rails here, but I think he fully deserves it, okay? I have no sympathy to spare for him.
You Zach, surrounded by cockroaches and filth.
Like, I don't think I've ever agreed with an Asmongold political take, but I wouldn't spend 30 minutes a
Based. Okay, thank God. He's not a right-winger.
day
Okay.
insulting him.
I mean, that just lines up with everything people are telling me in chat.
Especially to an audience that's already on my side.
If you fall into this rabbit hole, you are...
Wait, has Asmongold reacted to him yet? Because Asmongold loves propping up smaller content creators too, as long as they agree with him. That's the only requirement. Because at least, I feel like Destiny, at least he props up content creators that are ideologically, like, different, right? Corantos is a good example. Corantos, who is more right-wing, a little bit more right-wing, but he'll be liberal in America. I'm pretty sure Corantos has said before, just simply because of Trump and shit. But yeah.
Are dumber than dirt.
Next, we watch a clip of Trump.
This is...
Bring up my son, how proud I am. It's his community would try to dox me again. Oh, Jesus. Wait, again? Okay, that's backstory that I don't know about. I spent 1 week watching Destiny, yet this motherfucker doesn't stream enough for that. He's gonna... Why can't he just, like, live stream the A-log sessions? Because essentially, like, what this person is doing is that this person is A-logging, right? Yeah, let's be very clear what he's doing. He's just doing, like, anti-fan shit, but specifically towards our enemies, right? Which I fully support and I'm fully on board with, because I have no standards.
The essence of the conservative movement. This is Zach Rar. This is what the internet does. It convinces you that everybody else is dumb because the algorithm shows you stuff that makes you want to engage. It's an addictive dopamine machine.
It's interesting that he calls this out at the same time he embodies it. I don't know if it's intentional or not.
It's the tiny right-wing fringe.
What is A-Log mean? A-Log was an actual content creator or a individual on the internet that has dedicated their online existence to A-Logging Chris Chan, one of the first locales, or one of the primal locales. He would eventually become a locale himself in other ways because people made fun of him for, like, how obsessed he was over Chris Chan A-Logging, and eventually, like, there would be that term turned into what it was today. That's where the term came from. So now, and also it's very convenient because when you say A-log, it sounds like you are logging someone. Like you are essentially logging all of their chats. You're logging everything that they say. You're trying to stalk them. right? It's just a fancy word for internet stalking.
The
Yes.
dumbest of the people of the country, but they represent no more than 30 to 35% of people at the absolute most.
I don't think that's the fringe then.
Somebody asked me, Mike, what do we do with fascist Nazis? Do we show them mercy or smile? The answer is mercy is a luxury of the victorious. We do what we need to do to defeat fascism, and when it is broken...
Why is he so edgy? Like, there's no need for Mike to be this edgy. Just a reminder that Mike was a Republican, and he just happened to switch parties, I guess, to becoming a leftist. He's just so stupid. Like something like that. Oh my god.
When it is defeated and crushed,
It's so fake.
when there is no more right-wing resistance, then we are magnanimous.
Okay, but who counts as a fascist in your view, given that, as we'll soon find out, you see the Democrats as collaborators?
But up until that point is achieved, we must fight pragmatically to get there. And any other way of being is folly.
Wild levels of hypocrisy that he would say all this while vocally denouncing Kamala Harris.
We have to use the tools of our enemy to defeat them.
Mike gets asked about Gaddafi, former leader of Libya, and his response is something.
So Gaddafi is a complicated figure who had a lot of flaws, but undoubtedly he was one of the only models of successful development in Africa. That's why they attacked Gaddafi, because they didn't want the power of a good example.
Actually, Gaddafi was about to roll tanks into Tripoli, the capital of Libya, to suppress a popular uprising because people were unhappy with his broken promises and authoritarian oppression.
All right, I'm ready to talk more about politics
I didn't
now.
know
I think
that.
we've done as much drama as I could fucking handle.
Oh boy, Israel.
Israel bombs a hospital, and then when journalists and
Oh boy, Israel.
first responders come to
It's okay, I feel you.
heal
Okay.
the wounded, Israel bombed them live on...
I'm not even going to disagree with the premise, but you have a Putin as bad cube, and this is the worst war crime you've ever seen? I have questions.
And Reuters have also confirmed their journalists and freelancers
unbelievably
died in
disgusting.
the strike.
They all do this, don't they?
Liberals try to say that it's a genocide in Ukraine while ignoring the blatant genocide that goes on in Gaza.
So, where's the cube?
Now we move on to the main Senate race.
And it seems like he's good on Palestine. It seems like he's good on economic issues.
He calls Susan Collins a fleshlight. That's nice.
And when the
Okay, that's a little bit weird. Okay, very Vosh coded. All right, tapping into your inner Vosh. If you're gonna be doing that, yeah. I mean, I wish people were talking more about our own fucking country. Like, that's one thing I kind of agree with these like fucking trad cats with, is that like, oh, why are we concentrating so much on Israel? Why aren't we talking about the problems in our own country, like transgender bathrooms? Okay, I agree to that to a certain extent. Okay.
choices between Susan Collins, Donald Trump's fleshlight, or Donald Trump's puppet or ventriloquist dummy.
Then he gets into the California-Texas redistricting battle, and you think for a moment he gets it.
If the Nazis and the fascists are going to take power through cheating, you better cheat back. It's called reciprocal morality. If somebody backstabs, you've got to stab them right back. They have to be punished right away. If you let them profit.
Man, he's really taking the Bad Bunny breakup, if you can even call it a breakup. He's really taking the Bad Bunny shit hard, isn't he? Like, you can feel the resentment. he's not taking the fucking couch thing pretty well. Jesus. I'm struggling to get. I have snack cards playing in the background, and I'm watching. Who is the guy commenting over the video you're watching? Wait, hold on. Why are you doing all these things at once? Like, I wouldn't even watch 3 videos at the same time, including one of them being a live stream. Why are you trying to do that? What the fuck, dude?
Then they'll do it again.
And then it goes off the rails.
Hamas doesn't exist if you do reciprocal morality, because if Palestinians have the same rights as Israelis, then there's no cause for war. The reason why the Israelis feel like they can fight a war is because they're being supported and they're being rewarded and they're being incentivized. If Israelis were punished, they would stop doing it.
This is a complete misunderstanding.
He's gonna
of the
single-handedly
conflict.
get you
This is the politician I've been
monetized.
looking for,
Based.
not just someone who talks big, but who actually is interested.
Do you think he looks better now or during the couch? Nah, he looks more unkempt now. I think he looked better when he was in the couch rival phase, okay? When he was anime rivals with the couch and he had to go through an entire character development arc. I think the couch actually went through more character development than Mike did. I think Mike just relatively stayed the same that he's always been, low count that people laugh at. But the couch, you know what? The couch, all right, the couch is now a fully developed redemption arc character, okay? That shit is absolute cinema. The long hair suits him better, I think. Suits him, I think. Yeah, but it looks like he doesn't take care of it. Either his hair is incredibly dry, and that's why it's like kind of cloudy, or he doesn't take care of it, right? Because you can be a guy and have long hair, but like I don't know. I think the wavy hair is not because he takes care of it, but because he's like, yeah, he looks like Jesus Christ. That's a glaze. Why are you glazing? Why are you glazing him, dude? Did you just glaze him?
In governance.
He's only been
Who do couches fear more, him or JD? Well, I think they probably fear both. They probably have a you know, thing together. Which has such a what? I wasn't. What are you talking about? Where is this coming from?
an assemblyman at this point. All he has is talk. I support him, but I know if I hold him to literally every promise he's made, I'll be disappointed. He can't single-handedly upend the system, and I'm glad one person doesn't have that power. Wait, hang on. Let me try something here.
Somebody who is actually going to clean up our shit fucking government, clean out the parasites, clean out the consultants, who recognizes that value for your tax dollar, they don't have infinite consultants who are just soaking up money and excess lawyers.
Now here's where Mike gets to Kilmar Abrego Garcia, one of the many who were deported by ICE.
Depends on if the couch fears physical or sexual assault more. Dude, this just brings me back to, would you rather get raped or would you rather get killed? I think most people would pick get raped, but like there is a subsection of people out there who say like they would like they say that being killed is better and more preferable than being raped, which I do not agree with. I mean, good for you for having that opinion. You're just objectively wrong. But okay.
To CCOT, the prison in El Salvador, and was fortunate enough to be returned. Now Kilmar is facing being
And then I think the question then becomes, okay, what if you were a couch? Well, I mean, if I was a couch, I don't think I can feel pain. So I guess do what you want to me. But you better clean up afterwards. Like, what the fuck? You don't want that cum festering inside of me and then spawning like larvae, flies, having the cockroaches lay their eggs in your dried cum. Like, what the fuck? Chill out.
ordered once again. Mike put his name in the stream title, so I assume he's going to spend a lot of time talking about him. And because it's important to hear about this, I'm going to play every word he says about it, and fast forward where he just lets the clip play.
All right, here's another story I wanted to talk about. Chat, they just rearrested Kilmar Abrego Garcia. ICE just did a honeypot where he came in for his mandatory check-in and they arrested him. Like, this is just an absolutely insane fucking violation of all of our rights.
In the building behind.
I mean, this is fascism. There's really nothing more to say. This guy has not had his opportunity to have his case heard in court. He is a legal permanent resident of the country.
Do you think that if Conduit ever did a video on Asmongold, Hutch will say, dude, don't you know that we have to appeal to the moderates? Don't you know that we have to appeal to the moderates? Why don't you? Actually, no, I'm pretty sure he has covered Asmongold in a negative light before, so never mind.
That means he has a legal status in this country. It means that he is loyal to this country, and he's not being treated with the requisite rights of facing a fair trial. And as we were speaking, Trump made a blatantly unconstitutional executive order banning the burning of the flag.
We will not hear about Kilmar again this stream.
It's humiliating to be an American. It is. That's the only reaction I have. Our country is now.
If he did a video on Asmongold, we'd have to send our best psychologist? Why? Oh, like to analyze his, like, the way that he processes grief for his parents or some shit? Like, yeah, maybe. Dude. Ben Walsh? Oh, okay. Oh, Matt Walsh. Sorry, I don't know why I said Ben Walsh. I combined, like it's like if Ben Shapiro married Matt Walsh. It's like, and then Ben Shapiro is like, just adopts his last name. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. Shifting to Nick Fuentes? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, these figures tend to change pretty fast over time. I don't know.
Now under the thrall of the dumbest
7 days is too much.
But we will hear a more emphatic repudiation of Trump.
Also, like, he's like, this is commentary, right? Like, to be very clear, like, he's just doing, he's doing stream commentary. on this shit. No, I mean, if you're doing stream commentary, that's fine, but you might as well just start live streaming, to be honest, right?
For a much more unforgivable sin.
With a
Like, to be
stolen
fair.
World Cup trophy. Why is that in the White House?
Lastly, during an extended segment where he glazes China, he brings up
Jesus.
that the CCP killed American spies. You have 3 seconds to figure out whose side he came down on with that.
China dismantled CIA spying operations and killed sources, report. Yeah, wow, I can't believe China is not letting the CIA ruin their country.
If Mike were paid by China, would he sound any different here?
You're supposed to allow us to install the biggest pedophile
No.
as your president, just like we did in Afghanistan. I am as happy as anyone that Trump is gone. I just worry. I have PTSD from 2008.
I mean, can we just dispel with this idea that there are no differences between the two parties? Can we
I
just
think
once
there
and
is
for all
definitely
dispel those
differences
two things?
between the two parties. Absolutely, obviously.
Okay.
What separates me from some other online leftists, I'm not going to find the cloud in every silver lining.
When is this guy hopping onto Live and Learn? When is the guy hopping? This guy, I know this guy's gonna end up on Live and Learn at some point.
You know, because if you're always trying to find
Are pretty unique, are getting him attention. I'm a little bit confused about his videos. His videos just seem to be stream coverages, but he doesn't stream. Right? Andre did a lot of research for his Young Turks video. Oh, okay. Okay, so but he could have done the research on stream. Wait, no, he probably only wanted to just give out the takes, but didn't want to put viewers through the boredom of like looking at his researching, right? Because like it's just objectively true that watching people research is just not good content. Like that's just straight up not good content. So I kind of get that. Yeah.
why things are bad in every situation, it's going to demoralize you. It's going to disempower you. It's going to make you cynical. And then you're just going to do nothing. I fight for what the right thing is. And then when I can grab the bag for regular people and it's not as much as I want, I grab it. Hopefully you don't have to experience the pain that I experienced.
What? Okay. Weirdo.
I think it's safe to say that
These streams are the worst.
we're fucked.
Well, that's one way to start the day. So what happened?
Donald Trump is going to take 10% ownership in Intel,
That's what did it?
and there is absolutely no peep about it, not even from Wall Street. Now, I'm in favor of it, but to liberals and to right-wingers, that's supposed to be communism. That's supposed to be China shit. Can you imagine if Bernie Sanders tried to do the same thing? Wall Street there would be a 5,000 point crash.
He just keeps yelling about Intel. I'm more inclined to think he's upset because he owns Intel stock than that this is the actual crisis that will come up to the danger of Trump.
At the same time,
I love
Donald
the lab
Trump,
leak research arc. Okay, but that's just you. But I mean, generally speaking, I'm just like I'm sorry, I'm just incredibly bored. Okay, all the love to Steven. Okay, I know what Steven does. He I get it. Okay, he has principles. Okay, fine, he has principles. He does have principles. Okay, but yeah, he also listen. Okay, I just personally cannot. Okay, that's it.
is saying he's going to fire a Federal Reserve Bank governor, Lisa Cook. This is Erdogan shit.
What really gets my goat is that he knew it was going to be like this, and yet he's describing it like it's a surprise.
These right-wing Democrats, Hugo Chavez would be proud. God, he's such a fucking loser.
And how they ask a liberal why Kamala lost the
We're skipping the smug TikTokers. I hate smug TikTokers. Now, welcome to the Central Committee Circus, where we will see a man twist himself in knots over whether a country he believes is racist and sexist would actually perform racism and sexism.
You can't just rely on racism and misogyny to win. Why can I say that? Because Republicans don't go out there and say, we're going to take women's right to vote away. They don't go out there and say how black people need to go back into segregation. That's just a thought-terminating cliche. She lost because she campaigned with Liz Cheney, who had one of the worst performing re-election campaigns of an incumbent.
3 campaign stops, no concessions. She lost because she investigated January 6th.
And what's my proof? Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
The idea that racism is so controlling our society 20 years after Obama, it doesn't.
Isn't that from oh my god, isn't that from The Flash? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was from The Flash. Dude. That was so cool, dude. When I'm addicted to these videos that are like just criticizing The Flash. the ones that are say, oh, the Flash stole my kidneys and like put me through cancer treatment or some shit like that. I'm addicted to these kinds of videos because I don't know, there's just something so fucking funny about them. I don't know. Like, and they're just making fun of the Flash in like a very nitpicky, like a very like snide kind of nitpicky, kind of like aggressively kind of way, like in a very insufferable nerd kind of way. I love these. Great stuff.
Doesn't even really compute.
Fucking fascinating.
I think it's a correct analysis of America, but I think from an electoral perspective, you're not getting any truth value. And you're also creating the incentive to discriminate against black women and men and women in general as leaders of the party, because you're implicitly programming the left to be skeptical of women leaders because of the supposed disadvantage they have, which doesn't actually exist if you look at the numbers.
So it didn't have to do with racism and sexism, but it could be racism and sexism if you say it's
what
racism
is bro
and
talking
sexism.
about?
I think she lost because she's a dogshit politician with bad policies who suppressed the left and supported a genocide. But the thing is, this isn't a dictatorship around
Bro just
Trump.
yapping,
this is a dictatorship
to be honest.
around the Republican Party.
That doesn't make sense.
And the Republican Party is an anti-democratic party. So is the Democratic Party, honestly. The United States of America under Trump nationalizes Lockheed Martin. That is...
I feel like this is such a boring worldview. Like, why can't people just come out like with a more interesting worldview in the first place? Can you just imagine, like, your entire take is whether or not you are, pro-democracy or anti-democracy? Is it really that cut and dry? Like, isn't there, like, shades of gray when it comes to policies? Don't we sometimes have to be more authoritarian in times of crisis? And that the average speed of the Democratic Party is, like, the average speed of democracy is slow, right? Like, is that just simply not a true statement, I feel like? I don't know, dude. Like, maybe I'm just overthinking things. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I just really don't like people who dumb down. I mean, like, okay, if you're gonna have to make a statement like that, just so you know, like, it's just better to make a statement like, well, the Republicans are more anti-democratic than the Democratic Party. To say both are bad, it's just it just feels so reductive and boring. Like, what kind of interesting discussion do you think like we can get from something like that? And the problem is that everybody likes making that take. Everyone likes making that take. Like, I'm not even talking about like a niche online like kind of like environment. We're not talking about like a fucking Hassan audience kind of take. Like, this is the take of people IRL. It's just so boring. Why
the first sign that they might actually have a chance of standing up to China, because it means that they're abandoning market fundamentalism in favor of pragmatism.
I don't know what that means or if he thinks that's good or bad.
They're going to build drones and AI bots to surveil you, and if you ever raise a peep in protest, and if you ever raise your eye from your slave labor, they'll fucking drone your ass. That's...
Oh my god, he literally is Alex Jones. Dude, that makes so much more sense now. Oh my god, Mike from PA... Dude, no. He's just exactly Alex Jones. No, that's right. He's just straight up Alex Jones. Like, unironically, he's like the entire package of Alex Jones. Right? Oh my god. Like, it's so obvious in hindsight now. Oh my god, dude. Kill me.
The world they're building. The wild-eyed Alex Jones rambling is now reality, and they're doing a test run in Gaza. He's writing executive orders that just to directly contradict Supreme Court decisions. He's nationalizing American corporations at whim. He's dismantling the independence of the Federal Reserve Bank.
And again, for a minute, you think he's actually doing proper criticism, and then...
I don't think people are waking up. It's fucking over!
It comes back around to being the Dems' fault.
Because of their service of the fucking APAC genocide, they have focused all of their energy on suppressing the populist left and progressive left in this country and capitulating and appeasing the right. If Bernie Sanders was doing this, they would call him Hugo Chavez.
Hakeem Jeffries called him Chavez, and you replied to his tweet on this stream. I just wanted to stop
Why
yelling.
is he like this?
Joe Biden passed the CHIPS Act, gave these people hundreds of billions of dollars and got nothing for it. And Donald Trump walks in a room and they give them 10% of their value. The difference in political power.
Hello, based pro-Biden arc? Pro-Biden arc? For Mike from PA? Hello? Based alert? Pro-Biden arc, here we go.
Power between Donald Trump and Joe.
I was just kidding when I said we needed Alex Jones at the left. Yeah, but like, if you really think about it, like, is Mike from PA from the left? Like, can he even be considered fucking liberal left-leaning person in the first place. Like the way that I view tankies, like Mike from PA, right? Like the way I view them is that they're just fascists. They're just fascists of a different kind. Being pro re-education camps. Being pro imperialist when it's China invading other countries. You want to bring back the USSR? Okay. Okay. I mean, it just sounds like you're just doing fascism with extra steps. Yeah. I just think of them as authoritarian. Yes, they would fit under authoritarian. However, the reason why I say fascism is because constantly they also match all the attributes of that. Like, for example, there is no shortage of anti-Semitism when it comes to tankies. There is no shortage of pro-fascist rhetoric and racism when it comes to tankies as well as talking about degenerate social values and having to suppress LGBT, maybe like having the more authoritarian vanguard party, having to control everything. Like they believe like almost everything that fascists have. And is that not, I feel like that's especially prominent when we're talking about stuff like the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, right? Where it was a secret agreement between Nazi Germany and the USSR, where the invasion of Poland would be possible. Essentially, it was so then Nazi Germany would not face backlash from the USSR for invading Poland. And in exchange, they get different pieces of territory, right? Like I view it as kind of like that, where it's essentially just different flavors. Otherwise, why the fuck would they make a pact like that? That's so crazy to me. Yeah. I don't know.
Biden is a chasm. It's the Pacific fucking Ocean.
The idea that the CHIPS Act, which Biden managed to pass through Congress with no margin of error, and Trump buying 10% of Intel unconstitutionally, are in any way comparable is proof that this man's mind is pudding.
Intel is so intimidated they did it without a fight.
And he keeps saying they capitulated. He gave them free money, and Intel's management is incompetent. They've managed to lose stock value during an AI bubble.
Nobody is fired up by this. Give us a plan, give us a mission. Plan? I can't even get people to look at the Democratic Party doing a genocide. This is unironically MAGA communism.
And now Gavin Newsom redistricting isn't good enough, even though yesterday he said that you use the weapons of your enemy to defeat them.
Oh my
and these
God.
dumb liberals are like, well, we got to do a referendum before we can gerrymander California.
You don't actually know what the powers and constraints of elected politicians are, down to the most basic rule of a representative democracy that says their power is derived from the consent of the governed.
Like these Democrats are controlled fucking opposition, taking money to do a genocide.
You're not seeing the kind of pushback you want.
Can you just like can you just like chill for a second, please? Bro, everyone has that one friend who is never chilling, dude. Does anybody had a friend like this back in high school or in college where when everybody else is chill and everybody else is good natured, like that person is just a continuous crash out? That person is never on chill mode, and that person will always just like crash out at every opportunity and always like no? Okay, all right.
Because they were voted out of power, and you expect them to operate as though they were in power. Republicans tell people the government doesn't work, and then they get into office and prove it.
You mean like
From
Darius,
the government
yes,
doesn't work,
like
and then
them.
Democrats don't get into office and prove it.
And people are legitimately fans of Gavin Newsom. Have you been to California? They've been trying to build high-speed rail for 17 years from Los Angeles to San Francisco.
Why is it always Republicans are
Klein.
bad because fascism, but Dems are equally bad because trains?
And I don't want you to give distance from yourself from Donald Trump. He is you. He represents you. He is America.
The leader of a nation is not indicative of the quality of the people there, no matter how bad they are or what kind of agenda they impose, whether the nation be a democracy or a dictatorship.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think so many people just simply dislike Donald Trump, right? Like, it's really as simple as that, no? But
we are not the sins of our nations by our mere existence within it.
There is not one scrap of redemption to be found.
well, yeah, but lefties do this all the time. Like, they'll say that the United States committed a genocide against the Native Americans, right? And then they'll say it as if they're trying to place the blame on you. Well, here's the thing, okay? I don't think there is a case necessarily for genocide. I think that there is 100% a case for ethnic cleansing, but not a case for genocide. However, I can agree that like bad shit has happened to the Native Americans back then. But like for you to place that blame on the rest of us, I think that it's just unfair. Nobody can choose where they're born or who they're born as. The only thing you can choose is how you use that going forward, and you'll be judged accordingly. Okay, because if you use all the cards that you're dealt, then nobody can really blame you for that. Okay, you are your own person. You are my Higa. You are a woman. You are my Higa. You are a woman. Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why that came
and how this country has been run for 50 fucking years.
Mike's confusing his disdain for politicians with the much broader and even-keeled leadership of this country. The Bush administration invading Iraq or Reagan ignoring the AIDS epidemic is a separate issue from the various agencies and institutions that have been dedicated to improving people's lives here and across the world. This kind of nihilism is how Donald Trump was able to get into office a second time, and then immediately gut those agencies. Why is he unironically making the same argument?
We don't live in a democracy, but we have leaders
who
are wanting
Trump's approval.
AOC and Bernie Sanders are wanting, let's be honest, let's be clear, AOC and Bernie Sanders are fucking losers. They're not even popular in the places that they have complete control.
How long until Hassan and Mike from PA make this same rhetoric about Mamdani? How long? I guarantee you it's gonna happen, okay? I guarantee you. Every single time they cheer for a new so-called leftist politician, they just end up shitting on them in the end and just completely abandoning their, like, fucking... They just abandon them entirely. It's already been happening. People have already been critical of Mamdani, like, people as in, like, lefties. Like, they've already been there. Like, they are already doing that. It's like it's starting. It's just starting, and it's so telling, like, the way that these people swing, is that they constantly want to have something to be pissed at. They never have anything to be happy about. Everything that they are happy about will just end up being pissed at, like, 6 months down the line, right? So stupid. I can't imagine operating like that. Why can't you just be happy that people are doing well?
Because when you give the Democratic Party complete control, like they have in California, they don't do anything with it. They don't have success. Vote blue no matter who is California personified, and they can't even build a fucking single railroad.
And here's the part where he calls Cameron Kasky, a Parkland shooting survivor, a right-winger because he's on the Bulwark podcast.
Cameron, I'm going to go.
Why is this Cameron guy being promoted? He's being promoted because he's a right-winger. Twitch's top botter says the F slur multiple times. What's this?
I don't think I've ever been happy for someone saying a slur, but anything to get away from talking about politics.
This guy is a complete fucking loser.
And so Mike leads his audience to mass report Tectone. I'm not against Tectone getting banned for what he said, but Mike isn't leading this charge because it's the right thing to do. He's doing it because he found his audience a valid target.
Let's give him exactly what he wants. Everybody get in there, hit that VOD, hit that report button. He wants to be banned so he can be like, oh, my free speech is being suppressed. This is the Democratic Party of genocide. This is the Democratic Party of fascist collaborationism. It is unsalvageable. It is unfixable. These people are evil. They have to be dealt with.
Are you going to clarify that?
So Hassan was just named one of Rolling Stone's top 25 most influential creators.
Was I in a car accident? Because I just got extreme whiplash.
When I said, don't vote for Kamala Harris, he was like, he's got a point.
Oh, hey, glad someone recognized that.
All right, chat. I want to have some fun. Let's make, like, the Destiny versus Ethan Klein crash out.
Okay, maybe politics.
They can be happy because they're self-proclaimed accelerationists. Yeah, like they're just like perpetual leftists are just perpetual crash outs. Okay, think of I need you guys to stop thinking of lefties as like people. Okay, that sounds weird as fuck. Okay, but you guys need to start thinking of lefties as Kanye West. You guys need to start thinking of lefties as Kanye West. Cycles of crashing out, okay? Perpetual states of manicness and depression, okay? You need to think of lefties as in, like, FouseyTube, okay? And Burger Planet, alright? I think that's the best way to think of lefties, okay? Yes, I be spitting for real, on God, okay? Crashing out makes them rock hard. I'm starting to think, I mean, they're pretty freaky, right? Lefties, pretty freaky. Lefties created graduation. Okay, they can't even create... See, that's the problem, is that they're not better than Kanye West. because Kanye West created some of the most banger music to ever exist to man today. Okay, so like we can't even. I feel like we can't even like. They can't even match up to that. Like, why? Why even try? Anyway, I'm gonna rate out now. Yeah, let me see. Dave Smith, A Force for Good. I think I'm good. Okay, well,